ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. Okay, let us see. So this is what we did last time. We looked at the Bahya Prayatna. As I said, basically you have to understand there are two classes. One is hard consonants, one is soft consonants. And then you have Alpa Prana, Mahaprana. And those are the Khar is the hard consonants, Hush is soft consonants, Mahaprana, Alpa Prana, you know which has more breath, which has less. Then we saw this very important rule, Sthane Antaratamaha, which means when you have to select an Adesha among many for a replacement, then the one which is closest to the Sthani must be selected. What is Sthani? That which is the site of a change, a modification or an addition, usually put in the sixth case. And what replaces or gets added is called an Adesha. Addition is called an Agama, an extra addition. So when there are multiple Adeshas, you have to select one. Which one to use for that? This is the basis. Sthane Antaratamaha, one of the bases. So the basis for the closeness is Sthana, the place of pronunciation. Second is the Parimana, the Matra. How long is it? Third is a Guna, standing in for the Bhakya Prayatna for us. And there are some more, which is Artha, etc. We did not look at all of them. Okay. Then another important rule for finding a replacement is respectively. If the number of Adeshas is equal to the number of Sthanis, then you know which one, each one will replace respectively the other one. Okay. These two rules are very important. Then we saw a third rule, which is what? Uhu an raparaha. What does this say? That whenever a r or a l are replaced by an an by some rule, then that an will always be followed by ra. This is the rule. Uhu is standing for r, r and l. Sixth case of that, r. So r, r or l, when replaced by an an, even when it is getting replaced by an an, it will have to be followed by ra. What is ra? Ra is ra and la. Therefore, when r is replaced, you will have un followed by ra. If l is replaced, you will have un followed by la. So last time there was a question that, what if it's etc. Is Ritesh here today? Just check that first. Is it there? Or is not here? Ritesh is not here. Anyway, so there was a question that the un, I have said, is only if it is an adesha, then you cannot expand it to have etc. And for that, the answer is the etc. is not mandated by this Paribhasha Sutra. It is only mandating the ra, which is ra or la. It is not mandating an an at all. Therefore, the problem doesn't come. I have modified the translation to correctly reflect the situation, because last time I had told you I'm using some student's notes, and that left me a little puzzled for a minute. So I just thought I'll clarify that for you. So now I have to change the translation to say, this is a paribhasha which makes an an adesha in the place of r or l varna to be ranaparaha. So whenever an an replaces a r or l, an adesha is not brought about by this rule. I've added this extra line as well, so it doesn't cause a confusion. So I have added this just about half an hour ago and replace the file in the shared folder. If you have a habit of keeping your own copy, make a note. I change files if necessary. Okay. Then we saw Vriddhi is At and H. Sangya of Vriddhi is what? What does it mean? A. Then what is H? I and Au. That is Vriddhi. What is Guna? Guna is Adeng Guna. At, A and O. A and O get the Guna Sangya. All right. This much we saw. Then we saw that when you want to replace any letter with the corresponding Guna or Vriddhi, then what happens? You have to go for Sthane Antaratamaha. I gave you an example of Iko Yanachi, right? Where a final is Guna, the Iko Yanachi is not. So we said a final Ik may undergo Guna sometimes. So what is Guna for each Ik letter? That's what we looked at here. And we saw, how do you understand? Guna letters are A, and O. The Sthana for A is Kantha. Sthana for A is Kanthatalu. Sthana for O is Kanthostham. Vriddhi similarly, A, I, and Au. Sthana is same. Kantha, Kanthatalu, Kanthostham. Now, you want to replace, if you want to replace any vowel, if A has to be replaced by a Vriddhi, then what you have to find? You have to find now which is the closest. So if it's Guna, it will be A. If it is Vriddhi, it will go to A. Guna will be A. So I added these headers, okay, which we didn't do when doing the class, so that it's convenient for you. So first one is Sthani. Second one is the Sthana of the Sthani. This is the closest Guna letter. This is the closest Vriddhi letter, right? So these were all shown. And when it comes to R and L, because of the Ranaparaha, you get Ar and R, Al and Al. All right. And after that, we saw an application. So until this point, is there any question, any doubt? Good. Then we saw how this can be applied. So I said, when you come to a first Gana Dhatu, you take Bhu, you add Shap, Tip. This Shap, what can it do? It will cause the final Ik or penultimate short Ik of the first Gana to Ik Guna. Bhu is example of what? U is the last letter, which is Ik. What is Ik? I, U, R, L, along with its Savarna letters. Therefore, this U has to be Ik Guna. What is the Guna for U? O. So it becomes Bho plus A plus T. Then what we had seen earlier, Ho Ayavayavaha, earlier class. So when A is followed, it will become Yakara, I. And if O is following, O is the one which is there, it becomes what? O plus A will become Av. So Bhakara plus this O will become Ava plus the A of Shap, and Ti will give you Bhavati. Similarly, I said you can look for Ni and G. Become Nayati, Jayati. Then this we had not done. I gave you this in the document. I don't know how many of you looked at it. Okay. So let's understand this now. We'll come back to this in a bit. Okay. We'll come back to this in a bit. Now, any questions so far? I have done a very quick recap today, not taken the time. Are you all okay? Yes, Ravindra.
Harivan Swamiji,
Oh.
You told some examples you will give for the Vriddhi and Guna.
I told I will give examples, or did you find them?
No. Some examples will be given, you told, for the understanding more clearance.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep seeing. Don't worry about it. Okay. Do you have any doubts so far?
No doubts, only.
Good. That's fine. Okay. All right. Now, what we will do is we will look at what we want to do today. Okay. So first thing now, we are going to define a few rules, a few names. Okay. Simple. Names are always simple to look at. What is the first rule? Hraswam Laghu. That's the rule. Hraswam Laghu. What does Hraswa mean? a short vowel. A, I, U, R. These are what? Hrasva, short vowel. What will it get called? Laghu. Hraswam, Laghu. Is this clear? So very simple sutra. What is Laghu now? As per this sutra, all the short vowels are Laghu. And there's a modifying rule. What does it say? Sanyoge Guru.
Swamiji, you're not sharing the correct
Am I?
document.
Is it? Okay, I'll share it. I'm sorry. I thought it would work that way because I had not selected a particular document. I'll do it now. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Now, seen?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So I'm saying first sutra is Hraswam Laghu. What does Hraswam mean? A short vowel. So Hraswam Aksharam Laghu Sangyakam Syat. Means what? A short vowel will get the name, will get Sangya Laghu. Is this clear? Anyone has a question here? What are short vowels? A, I, U, R. Okay, nothing more. Then Sanyoge Guru. What does this mean? Sanyoge is what? You don't know what is Sanyoga yet. I have to do that sutra. I have not done it. A conjunct consonant is called Sanyoga. A conjunct consonant is called Sanyoga. Do you understand that? What's a conjunct consonant? When you have one consonant immediately followed by another consonant without any vowels intervening, it is called a conjunct consonant. Sanyukta akshara, you'll hear this word sometimes. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hal, you have one hal followed immediately by another hal. That two hulls together will be what? One sanyoga. If you have five hulls, it will be sanyoga. So far as there is no vowel intervening, that collection, series of hulls will be called what? A sanyoga. Like if you write bhakta, bhakta, ka and ta together, right? That will become sanyoga. Right? Or I say Krishna. Sha and na is sanyoga. Kritsna, Kritsna, all. Takara, Sakara, Nakara, sanyoga. All right? Or I say Kranti. Kakara Refa. Kr is sanyoga. Is this clear? Okay. So now, generally, a, I, U, and R short vowels are called what? Laghu. Now, sanyoge, seventh case, means when a sanyoga follows. When a sanyoga follows, what will happen? Even a short vowel, when it is followed by a conjunct consonant, will not be called laghu anymore. What will it be called? Guru. Okay? Guru. Laghu, Guru. Heavier. Okay? So, Dirgha will also be Guru. And a short vowel followed by a sanyoga will also be Guru. Is this clear? Not a difficult thing. It's just a name we are giving. So the word has got two possible meanings. One is if it's a short vowel. Number two, if the short vowel is followed by a conjunct consonant. Both will get what name now? Short vowel will get, short vowel will get the name Laghu. But if it's followed by a conjunct, it will get name Guru. And a long vowel will also get the name Guru. What are long vowels? A, I, R, A, O, I, Au, all these will be Guru. Is that clear? No trouble? Good. Now let's go further. Now the next one is Alontyat Purva Upadha. Let me explain this, then we'll come back to the sutra. What is Al? What does Al mean? Somebody has to tell me. I don't remember. What is al? Pratyahara. Al. Yes, Priyanka.
All the letters.
All the letters. Good. So now alantya will mean what? Antya al means what?
The last letter or
That
vowel.
letter which is the last of something. Last letter of something is called antya al. Okay. Whatever I'm talking about, it could be dhatu, it could be something else, pratipadika, doesn't matter. Now, the letter which precedes that, the letter which precedes the last letter, which means what? The penultimate letter, okay?
Mhm.
The penultimate letter will be called what? Upadha. Upadha. It's a sangya. Okay? What is upadha now? The penultimate is upadha. Second last letter is upadha. Is this clear? Good. Now let us look at it. That's all that sutra is about. Alontyat purvaha upadha. Alaha antyat purvaha upadha. Very straightforward sentence. Antyat alaha purvaha yaha al saha upada sanyakaha bhavati. This much Sanskrit you will follow if you are in this class. What does it mean? Any letter which precedes the final letter gets the name upadha. In English, penultimate. I will not be saying penultimate. I will say what? Upadha. You have to get used to that name. Alontya and upadha. Two words you have to know. Is that okay? Final letter and penultimate. Is this much clear? Can I move forward? Good. Anyone has a question, ask, okay? No hesitation. Okay, let's move further. Now we have already seen this, but now I'm formalizing it for you. The steps for a dhatu belongs to first Gana, basic steps, okay? What do? The way it works is this. Whenever you start, right now I'm looking at adding a ting pratyaya to a dhatu, okay? That's my current basis. When we do full sutra basis, you will understand more. But right now, I'm just giving you a quick way to make use of what we have learned, right? So whenever you add a ting pratyaya, what happens? It will become dhatu. You will start like this. You will start by saying, what do I do? Okay. Okay. All right. So now what happens is this. This is something which we should keep in mind, that when I take a dhatu, like bhu, what do I want to do? I want to decline it, conjugate it, right? I want to make bhavati, bhavata, bhavanti. So what do I want to add? Third person singular. What is the pratyaya? Ting pratyaya, tip. Correct? So I start with that. I want to add tip to the dhatu. Sorry, we'll make it to tip. All right. So you'll think we have to add some tips to it. So tip, the dhatu, pratyaya to be added. When this tip is added, this tip, which we will understand probably in a class or two, will require that you have to bring in shap before the tip. Okay? Basic rule is this. Shap is a pratyaya. Tip is also a pratyaya. All right? Whenever a new pratyaya is added, anytime, it will immediately go and stick to the dhatu. Okay? Whenever a pratyaya is added to a dhatu, where will it go? It will go and stick to the dhatu. So suppose you add a second pratyaya later, where will it go? It will stick to the dhatu. What will do to the first fellow? It will push him out. Are you with me? Example is like this. You understand like this. There's a family. You start a family. First one baby is born. Baby will stick where? To the mother. Now second baby is born. What will happen to the first baby? It will get pushed out. Second baby will stick to the mother. Okay? If you have a third baby, what will happen? Second baby will get pushed out. Third will come. All are babies. but still the last one get added, get stuck. Okay, that's how you understand. Simple way to understand it. So the newest addition will stick to the dhatu. So first addition is what? Tip. Because what do I want? I want to conjugate it. But when tip comes, that tip says, for me to work, first you had shap. You have to add shap. So what will shap do? It will displace tip and take the place next to the dhatu. Is this clear? This is true whenever I add a pratyaya to dhatu. I will not be saying it every time. Whenever a pratyaya is added to a dhatu, it will go and take the place next to the dhatu. Whoever is there before that will get pushed out. Okay? Why I'm saying this is because otherwise you will think, first we will add shap, then we will add tip. That sequence is not a good way to understand it. Because later it will create trouble. So I'm always adding tip first, though I may not show it every time. Then only shap will come. What is shap called? Do you remember? Gana Vikarana. For first Gana, we add shap. For second Gana, you don't know. Fourth Gana, what do you add? Shyan. Fifth Gana, what do you add? Shnu. Sixth Gana, what do you add? Sha. Seventh Gana, Shnam. Eighth Gana, Shu. Ninth Gana, Shna. Everything is like this one name, okay? You have to keep in mind later. Right now, what do you need to know? For first Gana, what do you add? Shap. Okay. Now you have to tell me. Shap. What is the content of shap? What are the eight letters in shap? Come on. Someone. Okay, Amyanshu. Pakara. By what rule? You can tell me in English. You don't remember.
Halantam.
Halantyam. Not antam. Halantyam. It. Okay. Correct. Pa is it. Then what else is it?
No.
Shap. Yeah. Shap. It's a pratyaya. I have told you that. That's an important separation I have given you. What are the rules for it?
Sha pratyaya jesha.
Huh?
Sha pratyaya jesha.
No. I didn't understand what you said.
Lashakva tadvite.
Lashakva tadhite. Good. By that, what will happen?
This sha will become
It. Good. Very good. What does Lashakva tadhite say? What does the rule mean?
Means
In a pratyaya, in the beginning, a lakara, a shakara,
yes,
or a kavarga
kavarga letters
will become
it.
Pratyaye, upadeshe, pratyaye, adau, la, sha, ku, aksharaha, it sanyakaha bhavanti. That's what you should be able to say, okay?
Okay.
That it sanya you should not forget. That is 2 AM question, okay?
Lakar, shakar, kavarga, which are in the beginning of a pratyaya.
Pratyaya. In the upadesha.
Which is not a tadit pratyaya.
Correct.
Those will be it letters.
Correct. Therefore, sha will be it. Good. So what is the content of shap now?
Nothing.
Hey, think carefully.
Oh, something will come there.
Nothing will come. You tell me what does shap consist of? Shakara, then
Pakara.
akara, then did you say pakara or akara? What did you say?
Pakara.
What about akara in between? You ate it up? Shap. When I write shap, what does it mean? Sha, then pa, right?
Yes.
What about the a? If you are hungry, you should have some tea before you come to class, okay? You can't eat the a. A is there. Correct? A is there, right? Therefore, what is the content of shap now? What got dropped? Sha got dropped, pa got dropped. What's remaining?
In place of a.
What is remaining? See, it tasya lopaha.
A is remaining.
A is remaining. That is what I mean by content of the pratyaya. Is this clear to all of you? Sha goes because of lashak kotate. Pa goes because of halantyam it. How do they go? Tasya lopaha. Rule. Tasya lopaha. Kasya tasya itaha lopaha. It goes. Then what remains? What didn't go remains. What didn't go? Didn't go. Therefore, what is remaining after it goes? Remains. Therefore, what is the real content of the pratyaya? Remaining is packaging. Clear? All of
Yeah.
you are clear? Good. So now shap content is just keep that in mind. So let's go back now. So what did we do? We add dhatu plus shap plus thing. This is what I said. Add shap pratyaya. Dhatu plus. 1 second. First Gana. Okay. So we don't need this part. Remove that. Okay. Now this shap can cause guna to a final ik or laghu ipada ik. What is wrong? Oh, I did in wrong place, I guess. 1 second. Why am I messing it up? Just 1 second, okay? There's some cut paste problem here. Let me fix it. Correct. Fair enough. We're okay now. So now you have to do a guna to the final ik. This is what we saw in the case of bhu. What causes that guna is the shap. Why? We will see later. All right. So we saw an example of bhu. What is the second possibility? A dhatu with a laghu upadha ik. Laghu upadha means what now? You should remember. What is that? A penultimate short vowel. All right. So now, if we look, what are the examples possible? I gave a couple of examples. What are they? I said I gave one example as krish. Sorry. This is dhatu. To plow. Krish to plow. Or you could have there are several like this, okay? We can pick up one. How do you find these now? You can look in your Dhatu Manjari, or even simpler, you go to Ashtadhyayi. I'll show you that. So we can play with that in a bit. Where is my stop the share first? Now share screen. Okay. All right. Web filters. Okay. You know where I am now? In ashtadhyayi.com, you come and you go to the main page. If you want to start there, go to what? Dhatu Patha. All right. Go to Dhatu Patha. All dhatus will show up. Now, what do I want? What kind of dhatu do I want? I want to find dhatu. I'm saying add filters, okay? What dhatu do I want? I want dhatus in the first Gana. Okay. Now, what do I want further? I want to find dhatus which have you see the word upadha here? Upadha varna should be what now? I want laghu upadha. What can it be? Now, can be a, can be e, can be u, can be r. Right? But then I want only ik, laghu upadha ik. What is ik? E, u, r, l. Therefore, I don't want the akara upadha. Leave that. I is long. I don't want it. First one I'll pick. Ikara upadha. Is that okay? Clear? I pick that. What will it do? Give me. You can see. Click here. 54 dhatu selected. Click. What do you find now? With, chit, siddh, tik. All these are dhatu. What do you find in all of them? You can see. Final is halanta. Previous is short e, short e, short e. See them? So many dhatus are there like that. Right? All these are like that. So now, suppose you look at chit. Chit sangyane. This is a good dhatu for us to look at. Chit. So what should be the form for chit is the question now. All right. So now let us go back to our worksheet, what we are working now. So now I will start with chit. Not instead of krish, I'll start with chit. Dhatu is chit. This is clear. Dhatu is chit. What do I want? I want to add tip to it. So what will this cause? It will cause a Gana Vikarana for the Gana to come. This first Gana Dhatu. Therefore, it will bring in what? Shap plus Chit. Everyone okay so far?
Could be tip, no? Shap plus tip.
Oh, correct. What did I do? I wrote Chit again by mistake. Sorry. Wonder how the hand typed Chit. Very nice. Okay. So tip came. Thank you, Priyanka. So now, what can Shap do? Shap can cause Guna to a final ik. Is there a final ik here in Chit? No. What is Laghu? Upadha is there or not? I is a Laghu Upadha. Right? And it's ik. Therefore, it can take Guna. Now you have to tell me, what is the Guna for I? Yes, Vrinda. Unmute and ask.
A.
Okay, you are answering the question. Okay, Guna for E will be A. All right.
A.
So now what will happen? Chakara. This dhatu is cha, e, ta. Correct? This is what the content is, chit. So now what will happen? This will become
A.
cha, a, ta. How will you write it?
Chet. Chet.
Chet. Right? What is the content of shap?
A.
A.
Cheta. Ti.
Plus ti. What will you get?
Chetati.
Clear? Is this clear? Now you know you want to add taha, everything you should add to what? This cheta. Okay? The cheta is what you'll add. Chetati, chetataha, chetanti, chetasi, chetataha, chetatha, chetami, chetava, chetamaha. That's the idea. Clear? So very simple. You're looking for two things. Is the final an ik? And if the lagu upada is a ik. Is the upadha a lagu ik? Then you can apply these rules. Right? And once you do it, you just add. Is this clear? Okay. Thank you, Vrinda. You can put your hand down. Now let's go back to our. You're seeing the Ashtadhyaya again, correct? Good. So now you can see all this will go. You can go click and check this now. You can verify for yourself. Click, you will find Chetati, Chetataha, Chetanti. So you know how to arrive there now. And if you go here and click on Chetati, it will show you what Chiti Sangyane, Chit plus Lat. You don't worry about this. Then what? Tip comes. Chit plus tip. Then what? Chit plus Shap plus tip. Then what? Chet plus A plus tip. Don't worry about which sutra right now. We'll look at it later. But you'll get the form Chetati. Okay? You click on Chetataha, you will find the same thing, except the final thing is Taha. Same rules are applied. Same steps. Okay? See what I'm doing, I'm giving you the basis without giving all sutras. Later we'll just plug the sutras in time when you get more comfortable. Okay? All right. Now let us go back to this. And now I want to see what others add filters. This feature is so wonderful. Bhuadi. And now what do I want? I want to find the dhatus in which the upadha is short u. Another example. Ukara upadha. What are the dhatus now? There are 78, 79 dhatus. What are they? Muda, kuda, yuta, juta. See, you can see all these. Now, shuta. What is the upadha here again? U. The conjunct consonant is before this, not after. Are you with me? The conjunct consonant is preceding the short u. It is not after. It cannot be after, because if it is after, it won't be upadha. Consonant will become the penultimate. Okay? So don't confuse this for dirgha. That's all I'm trying to say. It is all laghu upadha only. Ukha, stucha, shucha, krucha. So many others. We don't know half of them, okay? But they're all dhatu. 79 of them are here like this. So now let us take this. Muda is nice for us. What is muda? To be happy. So let's be happy. So what should we do now? We go again to our worksheet. What will you do? You take muda. You should know this first Gana dhatu. You should not cannot do it for all dhatus. First Gana dhatus only. Muda plus, plus. I'm just going to do it straight away. Okay, shap plus step instead of showing it 2 steps. Mud plus shap plus step. Now what will happen? What will shap do to muda? Who wants to answer this time? Somebody else.
O.
Good, Niru. Mud will become what? U will become O. So what will mud become, Niru?
Mo.
Mo. So then what will become? Mod. Correct? Plus what? Content of shap is what?
O.
Plus T. Correct? So what will you get?
Modati.
Good. That's it. Is this clear? Modati, modataha, modanti. You can check it out. Upadha, lagu upadha has taken guna. What will you say? Laghu upadha in the dhatu has taken guna, has been replaced by a guna. Why? Because of the addition of a pratyaya called shap. Clear? Good. Now we will go back to our, yes, Deepthi.
So it will be modate. So how will become modate? It will be modati.
Now you raise a good question. Good. See, that's a good question because I didn't think about it. So now the point is, let us go back to our Ashtadhyayi. We will find out. When will te come? When it is Atmanepada. This is not Parasmapada, it's Atmanepada. I by mistake put tip. Okay, what should I have done? When it's Atmanepada, I go back to my class and I say, sorry, not tip. What will it be? Tip tas chi, sip tas tha, mip was mas, ta atham jha. It'll be ta actually. But you don't know all this ta business. So for your purpose, I will just say te. Okay. Pratyaya is te, not ti. All right. And therefore it will become what? Modate. Nothing has changed. What I'm trying to show you didn't change. Now, just so you know, when we add a pratyaya, Deepthi, clear? Question answered? Hand can go down.
Yes, Swamiji, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. Now, this is the pratyaya, correct? Whatever precedes the pratyaya, that to which a pratyaya is added is called a anga. What's it called? Anga. Can you remember that? That to which a pratyaya is added, which immediately precedes the pratyaya is called what? Anga. So what is the anga for this shap pratyaya? It is mud. All right? It is mud. What is the anga for the te pratyaya? It is moda. The word anga depends on which pratyaya you're looking at. Okay? So if you added 2 more pratyayas in between, they will all be the anga for the next one. Are you with me? We will look at sutras later. I just want you to know what is anga. That to which a pratyaya is added and whatever precedes the anga is called pratyaya. Because when I add it, first I add what? I add like this. I say mud plus te. That's what I begin. Now what is anga for te? It's mud at this point. But when te comes, it will force one shap to come in between. When that comes, the anga for shap will become muda and the anga for te will become muda plus shap, which is moda. Okay? This is only information for you right now. We will put it to use later. All right. So you've seen an example of short E, short U. Correct? Let's go back to Ashtadhyayi. Any questions so far? No. Yes, Ramesh.
Swamiji, in the Dhatu Manjari, I was trying out some words that There is a word gup, I think, which is an
Okay.
exception.
Exception.
Okay.
Exception. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll become Gopayati. It won't become
Yeah.
Gopati. Correct. There'll be an effect there. Yeah. Yes, Deepti. You have a
So I
question? Yeah.
wanted to know this Muda and Shap. So when do we perform this operation of Guna? Why it will not be Moda for Shap?
Sorry?
The Anga.
See, what did I do right now? No, I'm telling you what. Please understand. The Anga for Te right now, after the addition, is Mud plus Shap. What did Mud plus Shap become? It became Moda. So Anga for Te will be Moda. What's your question?
Okay, so this Vriddhi, this Guna has to happen only when Shap is
Correct.
added.
So when Shap is added, it become Mod.
Then only.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
Only then it will happen. Just there, nothing will do. It won't do anything for you.
Thank you.
Okay. See, the basis for all this will become clear. Agres Phuti Bhavishyati. But I'm going to do that a little later. First, I want you to give the low-hanging fruit. Understand how to get 10th Gana dhatus done. That's what we'll get to now. Okay. First Gana I'm covering first, so that you have a good basis. All right. So we have looked at what now? Short U. What else can be possible? After U is next what? R. Right. So that I will take this Krish dhatu to plow. Okay. So what will happen now? Somebody will help me. This I'm fairly certain is not Parasmapada. So it will be what? Tip only. It is Parasmapada, not Atmanepada. Krish plus Shap plus Tip. Who's going to help me now? Not the same people. Anybody else? Yes, Harsha.
Become Karshati.
Good. You have to go through the steps. Correct. But you have to go through the steps. What will happen now? Krish is a dhatu. It has got a Laghu Upadha. Therefore, what will happen to Laghu Upadha? It should take Guna. It should take Guna. What is the Guna for R?
Ar.
You shouldn't say R first. What is Guna for R? You should say A. First, you should say A. Why? Because Guna letters are what? Adeng Guna, not R. There is not R as Guna. A is the Guna letter. But whenever A comes in the place of R, what will happen? It will be Ra Paraha. Uhu Ran. Uran Paraha. That Uhu stands for R, L, R, and L. R is replaced by what? Its Guna letter A. Why? Because the vowel A is from Kantha. And the vowel in R is also Kantha. Therefore, Guna letter was A. Now, because R is replaced by A, it has to be followed by Ra. And that in that Ra, there are two Ra and La. Which should come? Ra should come. Therefore, you get Ar. That's the way you should keep in your head, okay? That will help you. Don't think as Ar. It's okay, it'll work. If you studied grammar in some other book, that's what you would have learned. Guna is Ar. Don't do that. That's an error. ERR, error, okay? Real one is, you would say A, and then Ra will come by. I'm showing you how Panini Sutras will apply. That's all, okay? What you said is correct. So what will happen then? This will become Kar. Kakara plus Ar plus, what is there? What is the content of Shap? Right? Then Ti. Correct? What will you get? Kar. Okay. See what happened then? See, I left the Shakar out here. Correct? That's how it should have been. Now what will you get? Kar. Sorry. Clear? Fair enough? Karshadi. We have taken care of short E, short U, short R. Is there anything else? The Ik, short, none, right? One example for each. E, U, R, L. L don't worry about, okay? Now, if you want, we can check that. What do we do? We go back to our Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi is visible? Good. So now, what do I do? I'll change filters now. Add filter. What do I want? Bhuadi. And then what do you do? You look for upadha. And now what do we want? Ukara, ukara, rikara, rikara. Do you see any lu here? Nasti. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now, suppose the upadha was E. What would happen? What are the dhatus now? Look here. Dhatu is what? Seek, teek, teek, creed. Creed is familiar to you? Creed, to play. Now, what should happen to creed? Let's take creed. Okay. Let's work with creed. What else is there? Ksheeb, ksheev, meem, meal, shmeel, smeel, peel, sheel. Ish. This is also a Iha is also a good dhatu. Iha, cheshtayam. Iha, cheshtayam. We'll take Iha. More Vedantic dhatu for us. Useful. So now dhatu is Ih dhatu. Ih plus shap. And what is parasmepada or atmepada? Let us see which one it is now. What is Ih dhatu?
Atmanepata.
Atmanepada. Correct. Atmanepadi. Therefore, what should we do? We should add te. Okay. Now you tell me what will happen. Who is going to take this one up? Any one of you. Anyone other than Priyanka? Thank you, Priyanka. I'll ask you if nobody else has volunteers. I just want to make sure others are following. Yes, Prema. Please unmute yourself, Prema.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ihate.
Correct. So what happened now? Ih. Does it have a final ik? Does it have?
Sorry.
Does it have that? Does the dhatu ih have a final letters ik?
No.
Ih. No. Correct. Does it
No.
have a lagu upadha? Lagu upadha ik?
No. No.
No. Since both are not there, there is no operation to be done. No guna operation.
Correct.
Therefore, what will happen? What is the content of shap? And then I add te. What will I get?
Ihate.
Ihate. Similarly, you will get creed will become what? Can you tell me? Creed?
Kridate. Kridati.
Correct. Creedati. Correct. Thank you. So creed plus shap plus tip will give you what? Creedati. Clear? There are exceptions. There are exceptions. Like gum will become gacha. I told you there are a few like that. But other than that, first Gana dhatus, this is the basic rule you apply. You will get probably 80% of the dhatus you'll figure out. At least lat lakara will be. Is clear? So what do we say? You arrive at the anga for the tip pratyaya. What is anga? Krida. What is anga here? Iha. What is anga here? Karsha. What is anga here? Moda. What is anga here? Cheta. Once you got the anga, you don't have to apply derive anga every time. You keep adding pratyayas now. Tiptas, ji, etc. So you'll get modate, modete, modante. Only sandhi rules will happen. Nothing more will happen. Okay? Is this somewhat clear? Good. Now, what's the time? Already 6:25. Okay, we will see what we can do now. So now I'm going to tell you what are the rules for 10th Gana dhatus. Okay? Ready? Okay. 10th Gana dhatu, what should you do? You take a dhatu from 10th Gana, and what should you do? You add a pratyaya called nich. You add a pratyaya called nich. Nakara, ikara, chakara. All right? Now, nich, if you add, first you have to tell me. Nich is a pratyaya. What is it? What is the content? You have to tell me. Who will do that now? Okay, you also got a turn already. Anybody else wants to do? Okay, Sujata. Unmute yourself, please. Yeah.
Is it E?
Go step by step. Correct.
Uh-huh.
Go step by step. What is niche? What are the 8 letters?
Nakara.
By
and
what? By what
Chakara.
rule? Nakara by what rule?
పోయింది. Chakara
No.
by Halantia.
Chakara halantyam. Nakara by what rule? Correct. Yeah.
Last
Nakara.
Two.
Chutu. Correct.
Two.
Chutu. What does chutu mean? Pratyayasya adi chavarga and tavarga letters will be what? It. Okay. Okay. So both will go. What is the content of niche?
E.
Good. Now you have to answer one more question. Based on nakara as it, what will I call that pratyaya?
Nit.
Nit. Based on chakara, what will I call it?
Chit.
Chit. Very good. Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Now we will go back to our exercise. Are we seeing the screen correctly? Yes. You're seeing this document now, right?
Yes.
Word file.
Word file. Good. Okay. So now I'm saying you add a pratyaya niche. And what Sujata just did is what we have now. Niche is what? Na is it by chutu, cha is by halantyam. Therefore, what is the content? It is a nit and chit pratyaya. And the content after dropping it is just E. Clear? Now, dhatu plus niche. What niche can do, you have to understand now. What can niche do? First, if the final letter of the dhatu is ach, what is ach now? What does ach mean? Come on, somebody say. Yeah, Harsha.
Any vowel.
Any vowel. Good. So if the final letter of the dhatu is a vowel, if it's ach, it will be replaced by an appropriate vriddhi letter. What are vriddhi letters? What are vriddhi letters? Vriddhiradaich. What is that? At and aich. What is aich?
I, O.
Good. Sampath, is that Sampath?
No, Ramesh.
Ramesh, oh, sorry. Okay. Fine. I mistook your voice. So, a, I, and au. So now, if the final letter is a, what will you replace by with? If the final letter of the dhatu is a, what will you replace it with? Ramesh?
I.
Why? You say I, say I say why. What is the rule? Sthane antara tamaha. What is sthana for a? Do you remember? No, you have difficulty. Okay, never mind, Ramesh. Who will answer now? Yes, Deepthi.
It will be the sthana
So,
is kantha.
Kantha. And what are the vidhi letters?
A. It will
I, and
O.
au. So what will be the sthana for
Corresponding
a?
for will be A.
A. Correct. So vriddhi for a will be a. What will be vriddhi for a? Continue. Deepthi.
Will be A only.
Good. What is the vriddhi for e?
A. I.
Good. I. Why?
Which
What is
will
sthana for e?
corresponding sthana.
What is sthana for e?
Chu. Will be
Talu.
talu.
Who is answering from behind? Somebody is answering it. Okay. Talu. Good. Whoever said talu. What is sthana for I?
Kantha talu.
Good. Therefore, what is the match? Not just
I.
by that. You have to see A is kantha.
Yes.
I is kantha talu. What is au?
Kanthoshtha.
Kantoshta. Which is the best match for E? Kantha talu.
Kantha talu.
Therefore, you will get I. E will become I. What about E?
That also will become I
Good.
only.
I. What about U?
O will become O.
Good. What about U?
Same O only.
Good. What about R? What is the vriddhi letter?
R it will become.
Did you say R? I said, what is the vriddhi letter for R? Answer correctly. Then what will happen? Ra
Then
paraha.
Ra Paraha.
Therefore, what will it become? R.
R.
R for R. R.
Same.
Correct.
R.
What about L? If it's there?
Then it will be all.
All. Correct. A plus
Yes.
La. Correct? This is how you get it. So this is what I mean by corresponding vriddhi letter. Is that clear? If you have a doubt, you go back and look in previous class. Okay. This is when will it happen? If the final letter of the dhatu is ach. Okay. If the dhatu has at as an upadha, what is at? Who will answer? What is at? Okay. So anybody volunteer? Yeah, Priyanka, go ahead. At is short a. Right? Now, the rule is if dhatu has at as an upadha, then at will be replaced by a vriddhi letter that matches. What should be the vriddhi letter? Say clearly. I should hear a difference, okay? Dirgha. All right? That's the second rule. Now, what do you do? Now, there's one small wrinkle here, which you should know. That when you're checking for this condition, there is a bunch of dhatus in 10th Gana, beginning with the katha. See, dhatu patha is a sequential list of dhatu, beginning with bhu. 10th Gana begins with chur. It's a sequential list. Somewhere towards the end of 10th Gana, there is a dhatu called katha. That dhatu ends with an a. Ends with a. Therefore, upadha will become thakara. Katha is dhatu. Katha. A is the final. What is the penultimate? Thakara. Before that is on a. It'll look to you as though penultimate is a. It won't be. But then, when you start adding a niche, then that final a goes away. The final a goes away. So what will it become now? Kat. Now you cannot again go back and say its penultimate is short a. So kat will not, that kathadi list of dhatus there will not be subject to rule number 2 because the penultimate letter is not a. Okay? All right. Then what do you do? If the dhatu has a laghu upadha, now you know what is upadha. What is upadha? Penultimate. If it has a laghu upadha, which is ik, what should you do? The upadha ik will undergo guna. You know, they understood this rule already. We just tried. These 3 rules you apply first. Okay? When you apply these 3 rules, what will happen? The dhatu may get modified. And content of niche is what? E. So modified dhatu plus E, whatever it is. That new content, that whole new thing, dhatu modified plus E, you treat that as a new dhatu. You treat that as a new dhatu. Dhatu plus a pratyaya giving a new pratyaya. What kind of dhatu it's called? Sanadyanta dhatu. Do you remember that? Long ago we saw. Dhatu plus a pratyaya. If it gives a new pratyaya, that kind of a pratyaya is called sanadi pratyaya. And the dhatu is called a sanadyanta dhatu. All right. Now what should you do? This dhatu, you believe, you treat it just like a first gana dhatu. Treat it like a first gana dhatu. Repeat. Because you have a new dhatu now. Any dhatu which is sanadyanta will be like first gana. Okay. So now what should you do? First gana, what do we do? You add shap. So what will happen? Your 10th gana dhatu, I will say, 10th gana dhatu plus nich, okay, is nijanta dhatu. To that you have to add shap. Now obviously that will always come only when you add tip. Tip or ta or whatever. Okay, this is what will happen. Then what will shap do? Now you know the rules already. We just saw it. What should it do? May cause guna to the final ik or laghu upadha ik of this new dhatu. See what will happen now? Nich means every dhatu will typically end with what? This dhatu, what will it end in? What is nich content?
E.
E. So what will any dhatu end in? Typically,
E.
E. If it's vowel ending, something will happen. You have to see what will happen. Because what will happen to vowel ending dhatu, it will undergo vriddhi. Then you add E. Some sandhi will happen. Right? But even if sandhi happens, you'll find it ending in E. If it ends in E, what will happen? It will have a final ik. That will undergo what? Guna. Right? So you have to be cautious. Something will happen. Then, any sandhi karya you do. That's all that has to be done. So your 10th Gana is all covered then. You can derive any 10th Gana form now. And now what? Add to the low-hanging fruit. What do? You can take any dhatu in the whole Ashtadhyayi, in our dhatu patha, and to that, you want to make it causative. Like, gum is what? Is to go. You want to say cause to go. What should you do? You add nich to it. What will it make it? A new dhatu. What will new dhatu be? Gum plus nich. What is the final letter in ik in gum? Is the final letter in gum an ik letter? No. Therefore, this first rule doesn't apply. Correct? Are you with me? Dhatu is gum. What is the final letter in it? Gum. Someone. Yes, Saroja. Please unmute yourself.
Gamayati.
No. You know it. I want to go step by step, okay? You might already know the answer. Gum dhatu, what is the final letter?
A.
In gum. Ah?
Im. Gum.
In gum. Makara. It's makara, correct? Okay. What is the penultimate? What is upadha?
A.
It is a. All right. Now, what should have happened here? Gum has a upadha at. Correct? What should happen then, based on this rule?
Gama.
It should, no, come on. You think carefully. What is the replacement? At should be replaced by what? Follow the rules. You are just giving me the answer that I don't want. What should A become? So what should it become? By that rule, it should become gamayati. There's an exception here, okay? I unfortunately picked up a dhatu as an exception. But, therefore, gum didn't work. Our rule we couldn't apply. Suppose you take pat. What will happen? Pat will become pat plus
Part.
nich. Pat. And what is the content of nich? What is the content of nich after dropping its letters?
E.
E. Saroja, you're answering? Or no?
Patayati.
Don't give me final answer. I told you that's not what I want. I want, because you know the answers. That's not fair play now. You have to follow the rules and arrive at it. Can you do that? See, you know the answer, that then there's no point in me telling you anything more. You already know the form. That's easy. You said Gamayati. That is correct. But when you go through the rules, you'll get stuck. That's where I want you to be. Follow the rules. So what will happen in Patha? It will become, Pat will become Pat. Plus E will become Pati. Then Pati is now a new dhatu. You have to treat it like a new dhatu. Pati plus Shap. What will happen? Are you able to visualize? Final E is there. What will happen to that E? It's an ik. It will take Guna. It will take Guna. What will it become? Yes, Prema. Unmute yourself, please.
Sorry.
Yeah.
E will become A, part
A.
A.
Part A. And what is the Shap content? So part A plus what will happen to it? What's the sandhi? H followed by Ach. Will become, H has to become H. A, what is H now? A, O, I, O. When followed by an Ach, will be replaced respectively by what? Aya, Ava, Aya, Av.
Av.
So what will happen to Pathe plus a?
Yeah.
Pathai.
Pathai plus a.
Plus
Become what?
Pathaya.
Pathaya. That is the anga for tip. So what will you get? Pathayati. Is that clear? Now suppose you had a dhatu ending in ik. What will happen? Suppose you decide to make a causative of the dhatu ni. Suppose we decided to do a causative of ni. What is ni? Ninj prapane. It will become ni. So dhatu is ni. First gana dhatu. All right. I want to make a causative of it. Who's going to help me now? Anyone? Okay, Sujata. Don't tell me what you know before. You have to follow the rules, okay? All right. Unmute yourself first. Okay. So
Okay,
what is
sir.
the first rule now? When you add nich, what should we do? Look at this. If the final letter of dhatu is ach, it will be replaced by an appropriate vidhi letter. What is the final letter of this dhatu now?
E, langikara.
Is it ach or not?
Ach only.
Okay. Now what is the vriddhi letter for ach?
Again, that is E only.
Okay.
E,
Okay.
I.
Huh? Be
I.
slowly, go slowly. I, correct. Why I? Why I?
Ruddhiradait.
Vriddhi
I.
radai. So I, are the three vidhi letters.
Okay.
What are you trying to replace? E. You're
E.
trying to replace E. What is sthana for E?
Talu.
Talu. What is sthana for I?
Talu.
Kantha talu.
Kantatalu.
Therefore, you will get I. Correct.
I.
Plus what? What is the content of nich?
E.
E. Don't say E. Say E. Make it short.
E.
Okay.
Shatikara.
Correct. So now what is this going to be? Now what will happen? I
Ne
plus
E.
E. I plus E. Correct. Ne plus E. But I plus E will become what?
Yeah.
H is there. H is there. Followed by an ach.
Echo. Ayava.
Slowly. Echaha.
Echa.
Aya. Ava.
Aya.
Aya. Ava. Aya. Ava. Be slow. Say it again.
Echaha. Aya. Ava.
Not Ava.
Aya.
Ava.
Aya. Ava. Aya. Ava.
Good. So Ayava Yava. Can you say it now?
Yava.
Good. Not Yava. Yava. Ayava Yava. Not. You can't make Telugu and Kannada. We have it of making everything long. Don't do that. You should make it. Keep it. Raswa is Raswa. Dirgha is Dirgha. We shouldn't mess with it. Not Va. Ayava Yava. Stop there. Don't make it Va. It is not Va.
Okay.
Okay? It's Va.
Ayava.
You get now. So what will happen then by that Ayava Yava rule? You will get na plus I plus E. Are you with me? Everyone? Everyone is okay? Not just Sujata. Everyone following?
Shouldn't it be Aya?
Why? Let's think. Correct. Correct. You're right. I'm doing what she's asking. That's why I'm asking. Everybody is okay with it or not. Trying to check. So what should it be?
Aya.
A will become I. That's what Priyanka is asking. A will become I. What about I? Become I. Isn't it? Therefore, what should it say? Not I. Should it say? I. Correct? Thank you, Priyanka. You are alert. Very alert. Good. So then, what will happen? What is the content now? What is the total? Nayi. What is Nayi now? This is a new dhatu. This is a new dhatu. Now, Nayi is a new dhatu. What should you do with this new dhatu? You start as if it's a new dhatu. Sanadyanta dhatu. So, I want to add now tip to it. So, what will tip do?
Shap.
Don't do anything. First, it will become shap. Now, it is ending in a short ik.
Pratikala. Ik.
Therefore, that ik will take guna.
Naye.
Therefore, it will become what?
Naye.
Naye. Correct?
Plus
Plus content of shap is a plus tip. Now a plus a. What is sandhi?
Guna.
A. Sandhi between a and a. Echahai vayavah again.
Aya.
I. So what will you get
Aya.
now? Na. Right?
Plus.
Nai. I.
Plus A plus
A.
T.
T. Are you with me?
Huh?
Are you with me? I'm asking. Clear?
2 times Aya.
Nai. See, Nai was there. A plus A became I. Shap content is A.
Hmm.
Did I do something wrong? Give me a second. Nai. So this Nai plus A plus A will become Aya. Then A will come, then T. That's how it will be. See, please understand. See, please understand what happens here. This is equal to saying Nai plus A plus A, correct? Plus T, correct? Now what happens here? Nai, this A will become what? Aya.
Aya.
And this A is still surviving. All right? Plus.
Na. Ya.
So what will happen? Now you put it together. What will it become?
Ya.
Ya, T.
Naya yati.
What does it mean? Cause to reach. Courier, package, nayayati. Packagem, nayayati. Okay. Causes the package to reach. Courier nayati. He takes, he carries, but he causes it to reach. Nayayati. Nayati leads. Nayayati causes to lead. Okay. So what you should do now, you follow these rules and you should be able to use any 10th Gana dhatu or causative of any dhatu. You can form the forms. There will be some exception, like we saw gum become not gamayati, it becomes gamayati. There's some difficulty there. Exceptions will be there, but 80% you will be okay. All right. Any questions on this method? Yes, Deepti.
Swamiji, it's not regarding the method. I wanted to know this 10th Gana Dhatu, what is the Gana Vikarana Pratyay? Is it niche?
You can't say that. Okay. 10th Gana dhatu is a derived. It becomes a derived dhatu. You start with 10th Gana dhatu, right? But you add niche. It's not Gana Vikarana for it. You add niche. You have to add. It doesn't have any meaning. Niche doesn't have any meaning. When you add to the 10th Gana, it does not have any meaning. Normally, Pratyaya I told you will have a meaning, why it's added. Right? But this niche has no meaning. Therefore, it is called Swarthe niche. It doesn't bring any new meaning. Okay? Now, what are you going to get when you add niche? You'll get a new dhatu. That new dhatu is suppose you take chur dhatu. Chur dhatu. First Gana of Choradi. Chur plus niche you add. It's not Gana Vikarana yet. You add niche. What will you get? Chur will become cho. Because final ik is not there. Penultimate short a is not there. Therefore, no vriddhi. Penultimate short ik is there. It will take guna. U will become o. So you'll get chor plus niche. Chori. I content. Chori. Now chori you add shap. Chori is a new dhatu. Sanadyanta dhatu. To it you add what? Shap. You'll get chore plus a plus t become chorai plus a plus t chorayati. This is what is the meaning now. He steals. Now suppose you wanted causative of 10th Gana dhatu. It will be the same form. Don't add niche again and make trouble. It will be the same form. Chorayati can mean steals or causes to steal. Okay. But for all other Gana dhatus, you will add an niche. So now you can see in one class, you have covered what now? Whole 10th Gana is covered and all causative dhatus are covered. Are you able to see the scope of your movement? This is what I meant when you start going Paninian way, you start making movement in leaps. It's very, it's very, it energizes me to see that, that you can make so much progress in such short time. Just need to understand a few sankhya's, few rules. Any questions so far? Whatever we've seen, because this will help you, okay? Even if you drop at this time from this class, it will still give you this much. And when you know this, 4th and 6th Gana is a cakewalk because no guna, nothing. You just add the Vikarana Pratyaya and form Sandhi rules and be done with it. So you can now do 1st Gana, 4th Gana, 6th Gana, 10th Gana with non-exceptions, okay? And you can do a causative of any dhatu in the whole dhatu patha. This is what you should be able to do. With of course some difficulties for the exceptions. So the exceptions I don't want to get into because each exception will increase your load and that will make you a little more burdened. So first let's get the non-exceptions cleared. So you have a lot of enthusiasm. Then we will deal with exceptions. Normal way in Panini is you state a rule and give all exceptions. I am deliberately keeping away from exceptions for now, so that you enjoy the majority without exceptions. Now you only have to deal with the minority with exceptions. Okay, this is somewhat clear. So what can you do now? You go to, yes, Priyanka.
So there won't be any difference between 10th Gana and causative. Everything will be
in the 10th Gana.
Yeah.
In the 10th Gana, correct. They'll be the same. They'll be the same. And one more thing you should also keep in mind, in general, not always, in general, all 10th Gana dhatus and the causatives can take either Parasmaipada or Atmanepada endings. Generally. There are exceptions, but generally they can take either Parasmaipada or Atmanepada endings. They are Ubhayapadi. Okay. So this is why we like to do these 4 together, 1, 4, 6, 10. They have some commonality. Now, when you start looking at other ganas, you will find there are some further complications to look at. More rules to look at. All right. This is somewhat, yes, Priyanka.
And all these rules are for all lakaras or
Right now, you take it as it will apply for Lat, Lang, Lot, and Vidhiling. Why? You will understand a little later. Because see the fact for all this is why Shap can cause Guna. There's some reason for it. Why Nich will cause Vritti. There's some reason for it. I have not taken it to sutras there. We will do it. But first, I said you should not get the forms. That is what we need first right now. Then you'll understand more. When I give you those rules, you'll be able to know when it should cause Guna, when it should not cause Guna. Because Kridanta is all Pratyayas. Right? Chur will become Chorita. Right? Ni will become Nita. Then it did not become Nayati, it became, but it doesn't become Nayita. Why? These questions all get answered when you know when to cause Guna, when not to cause Guna. Right now I'm telling you what, you take it from me. Shap will cause Guna. Nich will cause Vritti or Guna. This much I have told you. We will get into more details. Then what will happen when we get to that level of detail? All Krit Pratyayas you will know how to add and what to do with them. Predominantly Guna Vritti. When needed, you'll do Guna or Vritti. So you'll find now a whole lot of Krit letters you can derive, Krit words. 2 more steps. So in a month's time, you should be able to make so much more progress. 4 classes. You will see what happens. But we have to go. I want you to digest what we have seen today, okay? So you should be clear about what? You should be clear about what is Guna, what is Vriddhi, what are the corresponding Guna Vriddhi replacement for any letter. You should be clear. Sthane Antaratamaha, which means you should know the sthana for all of them. Right? Then you should know what is Upadha, what is Laghu, what is Guru. You should know Echo Ayavayavaha, like the back of your palm. You should know Iko and Achi like the back of your palm. Minimum. This much, if you have what we have done so far, you have got it all. And what you do now? You go to Churadigana, find those with final ik. Find those with upadha ik, short. Derive a form. See whether it works for you. Do one example for each, if you have the time. That will give you the ability. All right. So Ravindra, you're there? Or left? Sujata and Ravindra. So yes. So basically I'm saying he was looking for examples. You can learn any number of examples you have in Dhatu Patha, okay? Pick and do. I've shown you how to pick Dhatu also. Go run filter. Each filter will give exactly conditions you want. You don't have to search for them in Shabda Manjari, Dhatu Manjari. Find them, add the appropriate pratyaya, go through the steps we have given, clear steps, see where it works. If there's something different, click on that word. It will tell you some exception rules will be applying. You will know. Exceptions will be there. But majority will follow the rules. Okay. All clear? You will need some familiarization. It's not that it's not. Yes, Ravindra or Sujata, sorry. Unmute first.
Some dhatus are like skanda, skund, skud or something, because there is not penultimate letter. That's why we are not getting guna there, right?
I don't want to comment unless I look at it, but if there is no penultimate, it won't take guna, correct?
Because after that ukara, there is nakara and dakara. Two letters are there.
That nakara will come for some other reason. Don't worry about it right now.
Okay.
See if you are able to do. You take a dhatu and derive. If you can't follow the rule, it doesn't come, then you know it's an exception. If it's coming fine, it's not an exception. Okay?
Okay, Swami.
Om Swamiji, picture.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm saying to you, you're asking for examples. I'm saying you have any number of examples. You find them and do it. I don't have to give you. I don't have the time to cook examples right now, okay? So you have to find your own.
Good.
I've shown you how to cook examples.
Okay,
Go
Swami.
to Ashtadhyaya and find them. Pretty
Okay,
straightforward.
Swami.
Not difficult. All right?
Okay, Swami.
So, and then what would be next Saturday's date now? Let's see. Give me a second. Today is
14th.
14th. Okay. 14th, I think we should be able to do our class then. Then the class on the 21st will be Saptami. I will cancel it, okay? No class on the 21st. Is that clear? 21st October, there will be no class. Dashara, Durga Saptami. Before Durga Saptami, Saraswati Puja will be there. We will drop it that day. Then 28th should be, Dashara should be over. So I think we will have our class. So there will be no class on 21st. Okay. And if there's any change for next week, you will get a mail. I hope we can do this class. So 10th Gana, you practice some more. You have doubts, you come with them. All right. So you should feel happy. Yes, now we know this much. Then I'll also be happy. All right. So thank you all. And, I told people, if you want Mundaka, you come. I get mail, once in a while, one-on request comes. I can't do that anymore. So if somebody is still interested, send me a mail. Only once in a week or 10 days, they will add names. I cannot make them add every other day. It's not fair. Those who asked in time got added. Those who didn't have to either wait or they may not even be added anymore because there are constraints in time of people here to do these things. Okay. So thank you all.
Thank you, Swamiji.